Welcome back, smegheads, and welcome to Smug Mode, a Red Dwarf podcast where we discuss the British cult sci-fi comedy classic Red Dwarf. My name is Ben Gillen, and as always, he's not a Czechoslovakian traffic warden; it's Tom Hill.
No.
And it's not a banana; it's Dan Rudge.
Actually, that's up for debate.
And today we start our season 4 coverage with episode 1, Camille.
We should mention that unfortunately Troy has inadvertently been dragged into a black hole at this point, but we're hoping to get him back fairly soon.
Yeah, we have the main desk actually working on the computations for that at the minute.
NASA think we can get him back in 2 weeks' time. That's what the black hole experts.
We're talking to NASA.
Yeah. I've got people everywhere, mate. We're talking about getting Troy back in 2 weeks, hopefully. That's how long they need. Anyway, so today we're talking about start of season 4, episode 1, Camille. Rimmer and Crichton rescue Camille, a female android from a passenger ship that has crash landed. Crichton falls in love with Camille, only to learn she is not who she appears to be, and that she is a gelf.
A pleasure gelf.
Genetically engineered life form.
Yes. And that's the whole episode, sir. So basically I this is an episode that I thought was funny when I was a child. Watching it now, it's okay. I think the first half is really good. The second half, the plot kind of fucks off halfway through.
It's basically trying to be Casablanca in 25 minutes. It's essentially what they're trying to do with it.
Yeah. So I mean, we finally, Lister has finally gotten around to starting to break Crichton's programming to start with.
Yes. With the use of a banana, an orange, and an apple.
Yes.
Some very good lines here. Which ones is your favourite?
It's a banana. It's always been a banana. It always will be a banana. Sorry.
It's the Bolivian Navy on maneuvers in the South Pacific.
I do like the fact that he can't, when it's time for a cat to be shown. What's my fruit?
You told him that?
This is quite funny. Obviously, do you think, though, it's a good idea for a lister to be teaching Crichton how to lie, though?
Yes.
In what way?
It's an essential part of human existence. And he is around...
Take off Rimmer more.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose so. Sometimes it can be a nice thing to lie to people instead of breaking their heart.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the first time I watched this, actually, we'll get to that part. I'll bring it back up whenever we get to that part.
Okay.
Casablanca's already been seen before, I think, in this show.
Am
I correct?
Casablanca has been referenced because it's Lister's favourite film.
There we go.
But I don't think we've actually seen
cowboy films.
I don't think we've actually seen it at any point. This is the first time they've lampooned that film.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Last time we saw a film, it was a cowboy one, so that's definitely there. I want to call Rimmer out. Rimmer is an asteroid spotter. He's also got some interesting telegraph pole collections.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anorak alert.
He's a nerd.
Yeah, but
have you not figured this out?
No, I do
a
know.
Nerd who can't do academia.
If he was living on Earth, he'd totally be a train spotter, wouldn't he?
Yes.
Let's be honest.
There's this guy he's a lovely guy. He's completely harmless, but completely obsessed with the buses around my way.
Okay, in what way?
Spends all day, every day on the bus, going to places. All of his best friends are bus drivers. These are the people he spends the most amount of time with.
He has a type then.
And all other ways, he is completely the opposite of Rimmer. But in that one, like, it's completely obsessive. And he has no idea that no one else wants to know. Just none at all.
Okay. Well, I did find it funny when Crichton was going to take Rimmer asteroid spotting. He obviously did the smeghead, which is what I did in the introduction because I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah.
Also,
a complete and total.
A smee. What is a smee? He does look like he's having a stroke though when he's trying to say it, which is quite funny.
He looks constipated when he's trying to say it.
He looks like he really does need to take a shit. Can I just say that the alarm sounds like a bunny hopping? Boing, boing, boing. Did you not find that the alarm quite funny?
Can't say I really noticed it.
I don't know why it just sounded like a bunny jumping up and down when they were going into the asteroid.
Yeah.
No, I'm not into the asteroid, into the ship. I want to know. Lister it is Lister's fault though. Remember, when he's on the video screen, he has a go at Lister for teaching Crichton to lie.
Well, no, it's actually his rebellion is the one that he's criticizing him for.
Yeah, but Rimmer is correct.
Rebellion in general.
Yeah. It's not the fact that he can lie that Rimmer is criticizing for. It's the fact that Lister has taught him to rebel as well is the one that he actually specifically states is the issue with Lister.
But he's buggered off.
But Rimmer is correct though. It is Lister's fault, to be fair.
There's credit.
So we get to Camille. So she's played by 4 different people. The cat obviously is the cat. It's the greatest thing that he loves is himself.
I love that. That was so good.
Crichton's ideal partner is played by Robert Llewellyn's now wife, Judy Pascoe.
Yeah.
Who didn't bitch and moan about the amount of makeup she had to endure.
She plays all of them apart from the cat one.
Yeah, I know, it's amazing. And Lister's is played by Craig Charles's girlfriend at the time, Suzanne Rittigan.
Was she?
So it was bring your girlfriend to work. Bring your girlfriend to work day.
See, now I always thought that it should have been the woman who played Kachansky played that one, because it's clearly supposed to be Kachansky.
Yeah, definitely.
So it should have been Claire Groven who did it, but
it says here
Kachansky is like the one who Lister is in love with beyond anyone else, who he holds a candle for beyond anyone else. But this is a pleasure girl. I don't think it goes off of memory. I think that might be why.
The original plan was for Lister's Camille to be Christian Kachansky, but they just thought it would trip him off that something was wrong. So they decided. But the weird thing is, she is credited as Kachansky Camille in the closing credits. So
yeah, so it is Kachansky. It's just not the actual Kachansky.
No, it's a version of Kachansky, but dressed as Lister, basically.
Oh, okay, I got that completely wrong.
Yeah. Crichton's Camille, it smells like WD-40, which has made me laugh. I just kind of found it very sweet. I do find Rimmer saying, "Oh, call me Duke," very funny. Haven't we had this joke before?
Wasn't it Iron Balls and Ace for when they met Crichton at the beginning of season 2, wasn't it? So what? I don't think it was Duke. I think it was Iron Balls and Ace were the 2 previous ones.
Iron Balls. Rimmer can be quite a nice guy when he's attracted to someone as well.
See, I didn't find him. I found him really.
It wasn't that he
cringy.
was. It wasn't that he was nice. It was that you're not used to seeing that reaction. So
Yeah.
it kind of it was easier to deal with because the reaction was, oh look, it's sort of awkward and oh that's really nice.
See, I just found it cringeworthy. That's me.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Oh, I did find the because we start to notice that Camille looks different to everyone. There's a great conversation between Crichton and Rimmer, and Rimmer. I think Rimmer's Crichton's thinking that obviously his sister, whoever, I don't remember who Rimmer was talking about.
Rimmer's talking about his cousin, wasn't he?
Yeah, he looks exactly like a mechanoid. It was quite funny. I do find the Dr. Lister would like you to remove your clothes. So Lister's
everyone's trying it online are equally sort of hapless.
I do love the fact that he's just like, if you would like to remove your clothes, we can start the examination. Thought it was a bit straight in there.
Yeah, that's Lister's style, isn't it?
But I wanted to see Lister's Spider-Man costume style.
I
would have loved
it.
That would be like Coplin, like, Spider-Man.
Oh dear.
But then we come to Robert Llewellyn, who's got quite an expressive face. It's a very Jim Carrey style, crazy face going on. Very expressive. I do love the how do I say this? I find that the double Polaroid is quite funny. Wait, that's next week.
Wrong episode.
Hold on. So the cat, obviously, someone get me a brandy. Hold on. I'm fine. I'm back. Someone get me a brandy. Why have I got that on my list of things? Someone get me
you put it like that, I guess you're right. Damn my vanity.
Someone get me a brandy. Cat, what did you see? Cat, what did you see? Someone get me a brandy. That's
my legs are still shaking.
Wow. I do think Camilla looks like she just stepped out of 70s Doctor Who. Like, the green blob version.
Oh yeah. When she shows her true form, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely looks like something.
Okay. So this is the bit, right?
Yeah.
That I said I was going to bring up something later, right? This is the bit.
Go for it.
The first time that I saw this episode, I thought that what was going to happen was that Crichton was going to have tried to spare the Gelf's feelings and have it spiral out of control into a relationship by lying at that point. Now, it turns out he's being absolutely genuine at that point. But the first time I watched this, I thought that was where the story was going.
Okay. Makes sense.
So in that way, this took me by surprise, and I did like that.
I like the fact that he didn't do it as well. That gives me a lot of respect for Crichton, because he's one of the more unselfish members of the team.
Yeah, but how much of that is by choice and how much of that is by programming? Yeah.
Well, he isn't shallow anyway.
No, that's true. Although there is that one in a couple of seasons' time where he thinks that Lister is a droid and he treats him like shit. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I do like seeing Crichton in his suit. We haven't seen
If I
him.
was going out with a green blob, that's what I'd wear.
Lovely. I just found my first. I have a question about this restaurant. So obviously, Red Dwarf has different restaurants on it, obviously, because it's a big place where humans used to live. But why the parrots? My original question is: didn't the
predominantly
parrots?
so they can do the play on "We'll always have parrots," which is "We'll always have Paris" from Casablanca.
Yeah. I just want to say
That's the main reason for it.
my first question is: wouldn't the parrots have been dead after 3 million years? But most probably they are. You see, you're faithful, and I'm guessing the other parrots are mechanical. They have to be, otherwise they'd be dead. Think about it.
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's my question. I want to know why she hates the why Camille hates husband Hector.
She never says she hates him.
But she wants to go with Crichton instead of going with the husband originally, before the Casablanca ending.
Yeah, because he loves her, and she's for the first time ever she thinks she's feeling love. I think that's all it is.
I just think she's a hoe. Anyway, so
That's your answer to everything.
I think I've been watching too much Drag Race. I always say bitch and hoe a lot now. So what's your favourite lines or your favourite moments from the episode altogether?
All the stuff at the beginning with him trying to describe a banana, an apple, or an orange as anything else, and then finally achieving it, only to be unable to do it at all after that point is good.
Oh, I love the bit where Crichton's like, you like when he's trying to get Camille to come to the ship. He's like, you're like some of them. Well, one of them. That's definitely
Maybe.
Lister, isn't it? Because I don't think he gets on with Cat. They don't have a lot of crossover, Cat and Crichton, but he definitely doesn't like Rimmer.
Well, I don't think Crichton dislikes or doesn't dislike Rimmer.
Yeah, it must be
Lister. I think he actively likes Lister.
Yeah.
Whereas he's less bothered by Rimmer. But I don't think he actually actively dislikes him.
I do like the bit where Camille apologizes to all the crew, and they go, "Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Duke. Sorry, buddy." You just hear the cat go, "Heartbreaker,
Heartbreaker.
heartbreaker."
Yeah.
But I think right at the end's probably my favourite bit. It's the old story. Droid meets droid, droid becomes chameleon, droid loses chameleon, chameleon turns into blob, droid gets blob back again, blob meets blob, blob goes off with blob, and droid loses blob, chameleon, and droid. How many times have we seen that story?
Oh, it's pretty sad at the end. I mean, this episode is like a fine. I'm already going to call this the weakest episode of season 4.
This is the weakest episode, but it wasn't actually supposed to be the first episode.
Okay.
It was moved because they realised that they would be. Its airing would be on Valentine's Day, the first episode of the new series. So they decided to do one that involved romance because it was coming out on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
It was originally, I think, supposed to be episode 3 in filming order, I think.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you guys want to add to this episode before we go?
Although it is the weakest episode, probably, it's still got enough good. It's not boring. There are some previous ones where we picked out an episode that was the weakest one, and they had one or two moments, but you kind of felt he was dragging slightly. This still kept the pace and had enough good jokes in it. It just so happens that season 4 is a very strong season. And so this ends up being the weakest.
Yeah, this like there are Red Dwarf episodes that we've already covered. That because I've seen them quite a lot, because I've seen Red Dwarf quite a lot, if I find them and I was just skipping through, I'd still keep skipping. This isn't one of those. I care about Crichton. I connect with Crichton in this one. It's easy to sympathize with him.
Yeah.
It's easy to watch. It's a nice watch. I enjoy it.
And it's better than the Cat People's run and other episodes that we haven't found great. It's stronger than, Waiting for God or something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've seen worse episodes of Red Dwarf.
definitely.
Okay, so that's goodbye for me.
Bye for me.
And goodbye from me.
And we'll be back next week with episode 2 of season 4 DNA. Smeg off, you smegheads.